J.L. King, and welcome to another episode of Straight Talk, No Chaser, Faith Over Fear. As you know, I've been introducing you, my viewers, my fans, my followers, to new and up-and-coming authors who I've had an opportunity to work with. I do this so they can be exposed, so you can go and buy their book when it's released, and that you can see that if they can write a book, so can you. So tonight, our very, very, very special guest is brand new author Tony Jordan. Tony, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here this evening.
Nice to meet you.
So I know you're so excited about your new book that's coming out. It's been a long journey. This is your very first book?
Very first book.
So why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about the book, just enough to whet their appetite, the title, the synopsis, and just so they can want to go buy it.
Well, the book is more about a young man that drive a truck over the road, and he finds love later on, and she pretty much takes his heart, and that's pretty much it.
So is this the first time a book has been written from an African-American perspective of a life of an 18-wheel rig? Is it rig it's called?
Yeah.
Or a rig driver?
18-wheeler, yeah. That's the first time I ever heard of somebody, actually an African-American, writing a book for a truck driver, as a truck driver.
So I do know that you are a truck driver, right?
Right.
So what made you want to be a truck driver?
As a kid, just growing up, playing with toys, and truck ended up being the one, so I decided I want to be a truck driver.
So is the book based any little bit about your own personal life?
Just a little bit. I skipped over a few things with it as far as my life, but from the beginning, yeah, it starts out as my life.
That's your life.
As my life.
So who's the main character in the book?
Actually, Carmen is the main character in the book.
And tell us about Carmen.
Carmen, a German female, real pretty, that Terrence actually falls in love with. I mean, that's pretty much it.
So when you say the book is, and I've had the opportunity to read this book, and it's definitely a page turner. Would you say that the book is, I know there's a lot of sex in the book. Does that really happen with truck drivers when they drive cross country?
Most of it depends. Everybody is on their own. Each person is his own person. Some truck driver, yeah, it happened with a lot of them.
So basically, this is almost like a non-fiction story.
Right.
And so I know that when you started working on this book, it was going to be 2 weeks, and then you decided to make it 1 week, and part 2 is coming out later on in the year. But what made you, tell our viewers, what motivated you to really sit down and write a 200-plus page manuscript?
I really want to tell the story about the truck driver. I didn't really get motivated by anything or by nobody. I mean, just something I wanted to do. I had been doing everything else. I went from cooking to truck driving and came back, and then I just said, well, I'll just write a book about truck driving, and that pretty much sums it up, because that's a totally different life, as far as being a truck driver and, versus you, an author. Yeah.
So anybody who wants to write a book and they have some hesitance to get started, a lot of people get lazy, they decided they want to do it, they get writer's block. What advice would you give to anyone who really wants to write a book?
Pretty much put your mind together, figure out what you want to do, get it already in the back of your head, and just go for it. That's the best thing to do, just go for it, and what comes out of it should be great. I mean, just do what you got to do.
I always tell writers that, in order to tell a good story, you have to be a good storyteller. Do you think that you are a good storyteller?
Well, I'm not a good writer, I'm a good storyteller.
Right.
I'm pretty much I'm a good storyteller. I can't really write that good, so.
So since you've started this journey, this long journey of becoming an author, when you look back over it, is there anything that you would do different?
No, not really, because this is my first one, so I'm excited just to have this one out, or, on the way out, however you want to do it, but I wouldn't do nothing different.
So what is the name of the book?
The best 2 weeks of my life.
The best 2 weeks of your life,
Week one.
Week one, great. I think it's exciting that Mr. Jordan stepped out there and he took his chance and he's written his first book. So we all look forward to reading it and congratulations to you on joining the club of being a published author. And if you want to know more about Tony, where can they find out information about you?
You can find it on www.authortonylJordan.com.
As well as Facebook, Twitter?
As Facebook, anything that's got to do with book sellings. I mean, Barnes & Nobles, Amazon.com, I don't know all that stuff.
So, right. But really excited to see it. I can't wait till this book comes out. Again, I'm J.L. King, and this is another interview, exclusive interview with Atlanta-based first-time author Tony L. Jordan. Until we meet again, remember, live your life with faith over fear.